If I gave you a $20 million house for free, like free and clear, no debt, no mortgage payments, could you afford to keep it? Now, if you're wondering if this is a trick question, this is definitely a trick question. Let's find out coming up. By the way, if you're still watching because you think I have a $20 million house to give away, one, thank you for the benefit of the doubt, and two, I'm sorry to disappoint. Not only can I not afford to buy a $20 million house, I can't even afford to keep a $20 million house. And two reasons. One, maintenance and repairs. Now, there's a rule of thumb that says that one should allocate about 1% of the property's purchase price or value towards maintenance and repairs that includes utilities and preventive maintenance. Some even say it should be between 1 and 3%. Now, obviously, this is a rule of thumb, so it depends on many factors like the size of the house, the conditions of the house, the age of the house, the number of plumbing fixtures and electrical fixtures in the house, and many other factors. But if we even go with the lesser amount, the 1% rule, and apply it to a $20 million house, we're looking at about $200,000 a year. That is a good chunk of change, or about $17,000 a month. A good chunk of change. Now, of course, you're always going to have people like Bob over here who are going to be like, I don't know, Daniel. I've owned my house for 5 years and I have not put a goddamn dime into it. And then again, you have Bob 15 years later trying to sell his house, bickering and crying as to why the buyer's asking for $50,000 in repairs. Well, Bob, you let termites high on unattended water leaks feast on your house for 20 years. Not once did you get a termite report. What the hell did you think was going to happen? And number two, property taxes. In Los Angeles, property taxes are approximately about 1.25% of the purchase price of the house. On a $20 million house, that is $250,000 a year, approximately, or about $20,000 a month. Again, a good chunk of change. To which you have Bob again, who's like, yeah, no taxation, without representation, I ain't paying the tax man. Now, Bob might be able to get away with 5 years of not paying the tax man on his property taxes. After that, the tax man will take his house away. And people not paying property taxes is a little bit more common than we think. Nationwide, it is estimated that over $1 billion in property taxes go unpaid. And a lot of people end up losing their houses because they don't pay property taxes. So you might be able to get away without doing repairs on a property, but don't pay your property taxes for 5 years, you are getting your house taken away. Now, put together these two expenses, property taxes and maintenance and repairs, add up to a huge chunk of change. A year, that could be close to $500,000. A year, a month, that could be over $40,000. And that's on a free and clear house, like no debt, no more. I just let you have this house. Now, in summary, the reality is that most people are not out there buying a gazillion-dollar house. But the point here is universal. One, don't be like Bob. And two, when it comes to buying a house, whether it's a $500,000 house or a bazillion-dollar house, it's important to recognize that the expense goes beyond the purchase price. The question should not only be, can I afford to buy this house, but also, can I afford to keep this house? Now, account for this, keep this in mind, and you will be a very happy property owner. Don't do this and you will live a long, miserable life. By the way, my name is Daniel Rangel. I'm a real estate agent in Los Angeles. If I can be of any help, it would be an honor.